I am going to bring up my backup account here. So just give me a moment while I'm doing that. So if you are on TikTok, go ahead and share out the live. If you are on YouTube, go ahead and like the live if you can. Give it a thumbs up. Also, if you can like on TikTok, that would be awesome. It'll be just a moment while I bring this up. We're going to my backup account so I can see comments. And then I'll tell you guys what we're doing today. It is going to be a probably shorter live than normal. Hi there, Meg, with what we're learning today. So we do all kinds of things here at CarolJo's.com. We do chats twice a day. We did one earlier today, and we will do one Wednesday night. It's getting better. Hi, Danielle. But I will probably not be on an entire hour. Just to let you guys know. Because this one is a short tutorial, just to let y'all know. But, so we do chats twice a week. We did one earlier. We'll do one Wednesday at 8. We do tutorials twice a week. We're doing one tonight, and then our next one will be Wednesday is when we're going to do our next tutorial. For sales this week, we have 2 bead sales, one tomorrow night and one Friday night. Tomorrow night is at 8 p.m. Friday, we'll be back to our 7 o'clock. Then on tomorrow, I don't remember what time, I think it's 2, we will be doing the basket sale. Hi, Geraldine. And then Thursday, we will have bring back, and then no live Thursday night. And Friday, we will have silicone and bead sale. And then Saturday is cabochons. Okay, got that all memorized now. I don't know the times. Go and look at the pinned post in TikTok or the short video on YouTube, and that will give you what times for schedule for the entire week, just to let you all know. I don't have them memorized. Sorry. So that is what we're going to do. But today, I'm going to grab my earring display to help us display these earrings, okay? We are going to be making an earring that I am calling Cab Chic. They're a drop earring. So the first pair that I made, because I just grabbed, these are 10 millimeter size cabochons and settings, but these are more like Halloween-y. Day of the Dead type. I want to make more chic looking ones. So what I did is I went and grabbed some of the cabochons that we will have up for sale on Saturday. And then I grabbed a setting here. So I just got to get these apart. These are resin, and sometimes the resin ones will stick together while they're in shipment. There we go. We'll do more than one pair too. Let's get, whoops, I dropped one. These are, you're going to need 2 settings that have the hole here, or a loop at the top. So I've got 2 of those. So that's one of the supplies you're going to need. You're going to need 2 cabochons to fit inside of those settings. You can do it with, these are resin that look, hi Ashley, hi Anna. These resin cabochons are like the druzy look. So if you notice, they have a texture to them with a little bit of a sparkle. That's to give you like the crystal druzy. Here, I'm going to grab one of my crystals over here that does have a slight druzy in it. So, and I don't know if it'll come up on camera very well. So I have a heart here of natural stone crystals. And so, do you see how in the inside here, you see that crystal formation? That's the druzy that we're talking about. You want to have that shimmery look. Hi, Nordic Luna. And that's what these resin are, like a faux druzy. So that is what, I do not get what you're saying there. So we're going to just keep going there. And so with that being said, that's sometimes will give you that chic look in an earring. So that's why I chose that we're going to use some of the cabochons. And then the settings, like I said. And then you're going to need the earring wire. And you can use the lever back if you want. I'm just going to use the fish hook ones because that's what I have the most of here. So you're going to need 2 of those. You will also need some glue to glue your cabochon into the setting. I happen to use the E6000 glue. I want to tell you a little bit about E6000 for just a second. It's not very much. You can get B6000 for the bead. To me, they both are alike. I just happen to use the E6000. One thing for me personally, even when I was making jewelry to sell at in-person shows, I did not use the E6000 enough to buy the gigantic one. And what I mean by gigantic, it was like the 3-ounce one or something like that. Yes, it was cheaper to buy the big one than it was to buy like the 4-pack of the smaller. But in the long run, I never went through it. It would go bad before I would use it up. Hi, Lulu. So I always just buy the small ones and just open one at a time so that they don't go bad. That's just my personal opinion. Yep, if you use it more, go with the big one, but I don't. So I just use the little one. So that's another thing. The other thing you're going to need is a flat nose or the chain nose plier. Just one of those. That's the only tool you're going to need tonight to do these. I love that, Nordic Luna. She said, but it would glue itself for me. It's so small it is. I won't even use this whole thing anymore now that I don't do in-person shows. And I have a hard time getting the cap off that I had to use my teeth on it. Yes, I did. I did let Geraldine know I got it. I'm so excited about it. Oh, sorry. So anyways, so I'm just going to show you. I was going to say, yep, this is, okay, I'm going to show you how to do this here. This is our setting. You see how I got glue around there? I don't want that. And I don't have a tissue in here. I'm just going to use this piece of paper. I'm just going to use a paper to try to get that off. It has a sticker on it. Let me get the sticker off. There we go. I just want some of that. I don't know yet, possibly. Ashley. All right. So I'm just getting that glue that's kind of around that tip and getting the extra off. So then what we do is we take our cabochon setting. I just turn it in my hand and I take and just get a little bit of that glue. You probably will just see just a hair of it coming out. Don't get very much. It doesn't take a lot. And I put it down. This is hard to do while you're like there. And then I circle around with it in whatever setting I'm using. And I just put a little dab of glue in the bottom. It does not take a lot. So let me go and do that on this one. Just a little dab of glue. The reason why I say a little, if you put too much, it will come out and go on the top of your cabochons. These do not have a print on them of any sort, so you can just pick it up and put it into the cabochon setting, like so. And I'm going to do my second one. I'm going to point you guys down. I don't know why I'm showing you up. Let's go down. Okay. Ashley, since I can't see comments, can you hop over there for me? Just to keep it going good. So then you see my setting here? I just put that in there. Pick it up, smush it together. You sometimes will hear a pop. Sometimes you don't. And that's all it takes. That's it. I will leave these, depending on what my mood is, I will leave these overnight and put them on the earring wire tomorrow, or you can do it right away. Just leave them flat after you get them on. All you have to do is take the earring wire. There is always a slot in that little hole here at the bottom. And open it up. This is the front of your earring. This, if you look at it, is the front of your earring wire. See how that's there? So you want the front to go on the front. So I always just line them up and think about front and front and then close this up. Here's my little, there. We're going to do it again on this one. Open that up, front to front. If you put it on backwards, you just need to open it up, flip it around, and put it back on. It's not the end of the world. But I always try to think about it before I put it on. Yep, if you don't pay attention, you'll get them backwards. And that is a very chic looking earring that didn't even take hardly any time. Woohoo! You guys already got us to 10,000. Awesome. So that's how simple these are. And that's what I love about cabochons. And you have to understand, at one time, I had gotten a ton of cabochons in this thing. So my husband had a friend that he worked at a towing company. And in South Dakota, after so many days, if you don't pick up your vehicle after it's been towed, the towing company can ask for the title to the vehicle because you abandoned it. And so there was a school bus that was turned into a camper that was abandoned, and the person made jewelry. And so as part of getting their money back, they asked if I would buy all the jewelry supplies. And we're talking the big totes, not just the little totes, you know, like your Christmas totes, the bigger ones. I probably got about 12 totes of stuff, and over 6 of them were cabochons, and I didn't use cabochons, so I ended up donating them because I didn't know how to use them. And now I'm like kicking myself because I'm like, I could have used those cabochons now because I now know how to make jewelry with them. All right, here we go, everybody. We are going to play our guessing game. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a color. I mean, I have it in my head, but I can't think of the name of it. We'll just go with this one. All right, everybody, go ahead and start putting those in the chat. Put a color in the chat, everybody. Oh, writing the date just reminded me of something. We'll talk about it after we're done. And we'll make another couple pairs of earrings. I just won't use the black resin ones for the faux druzy. Well, I've got some others that are part of my own collection because I can't remember what we have available. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a clue. It has to do with Christmas. I think Christmas, or I think outdoors for this color. All right, let's see who the winner is. Evergreen Tree. I love that one, Ashley. Amber guessed spruce. That was the color, spruce. So Amber, whoops, I don't want to play again. Let me exit that. Amber guessed the color, and so she is going to get $5 off of her invoice. So congratulations, Amber. All right. I don't know why. Hey, that, as I say, poinsettia is the color of my house there, Rocky. That is the actual color of the outside of my house. All right. I'm going to set those down there because I've got my settings here. I'm going to go into, so congratulations, Amber. I don't know if I said that. Here is another one of those that we can do into a faux druzy. We got that one. There we go. So we'll do that. We'll do a pair of those. We're going to do more than just one at a time. When I make these, I literally will make all of my dangles all at the same time and try to keep my opening of my E6000 to a minimum. That's how I do it, everybody. Just to let y'all know. You can ask. I'm going to do a green. We're going to do this green one. Let's see what else. Ooh, we got some blue here. Let's do a blue. Ooh, let's do this one. This one goes blue to red. Ha! We're going to do that one. The settings? Yes, I will. We're going to point you down, Carmen, and then you can see. For learning crochet, Nordic Luna, Zuli is a certified crochet teacher. Yep, I will. Oh, you mean the okay, I'll answer your druzy question in a second. If you can, I cannot think of her crochet YouTube channel, but she has them out there. She has videos out there. I don't know if they're in English or Spanish, though. That might be a thing. The druzies, what I was going to do is I'm going through all of the cabochons this week to get them all ready. And if we, yes, you're welcome. If I have some that, if I don't have a lot of the druzies, I have some that I know I won't get through and that type of thing. So like here, not here, like this, I have an entire bag. I can put those up for sale because I'm not going to go through them all. So just FYI, I do them for teaching, but I don't make stuff like I used to. Oh, she'll be able to help you out or find you which video will help you out. All right, we're going down again. There we go. And then I need 6 settings, 2 for each pair of earrings. Once again, these are druzies, so the druzies don't matter. If you have a print in your cabochon like this one, you need to make sure that you are putting that print the right way. And let me see if I've got some other prints here. Those are mermaids. Those are not prints. I'm looking here. Here we go. I'm going to just grab some that are prints so you guys can understand what I am saying about it. I mean, you can get glass cabochons that are prints. They're glass on the top and then they have a print underneath them. Let me see in this one if I can find one that's a pair. Right here's a pair. That one I won't have to worry about as much. Hold on, let me find one that I do have to so I can show you what I'm talking about with the prints. These two. Okay. Because you want them being the same way. You don't want one upside down and the other one to the top. So when you're thinking like the chic look, it doesn't always have to be a druzy. If you can find some of the prints, they can give you that chic look too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue a little bit in each one of these cabochons all the way around it. And then I'm going to drop it. Really wanted to put it down, but it dropped out of my hands. And I'm just going to do up a few. I don't do a lot at once, but I will do a few so I don't have to keep taking my cap on and off. Okay. And we got to 20K. So, but you guys are going to have to wait till I'm done gluing, okay? Yep, just drop it. It'll go to the table. But that one went upside down on top of another setting. There. Oop, he's a little bit. Yee, I glued my mat. All right. We got our glue on all 8 of those, okay? So I'm going to do the easy ones first. Okay, he's coming to me because my thumb got in there. I got to take it off my thumb because he's getting all over myself. All right. Pick those up and put them together. Your fingers will be gluey by the end of this project. You just got to make sure that you're not gluing or putting glue on your cabochons and taking away from that shine. So if you feel like you have any glues on it, the E6000 just rubs off. So I just rub, and I have a garbage up here and I'll put my hands in that. Literally, you don't even have to think about how you're putting these first ones on. Now look at this. It's blue and then it turns red. But these here, these printed ones, I'm trying to get it to show the print at an angle, and that's not easy to do. There you go. You got to make sure whichever way you're going to put them in there is the same. So I am going to have it be this way. Well, snaky butts. There we go. Good. I didn't get glue on it. And if you need to, while it's still wet, you can move it around a little bit. It is a really cool blue, Geraldine. And it just, I think it's cool because it's really blue one way and then it is red another way. So when you look at these two, they are in there the same way. When you have prints, you got to make sure that you're doing it that way, okay? Now we're at 25K, so I'm going to come up. We're going to do the 20K giveaway, and then we're going to add on our earring wires. But we just put 4 pairs of earrings together in no time, even though I was like clumsy fingers, okay? All right. I need to guess a color. All right, there we go. We got a color. It is a 2-word color, everybody. 2-word color. Does anybody know what today is? We're going to wait until we're done with the giveaway, and then you guys can let me know what today is. So you can't guess what today is just yet. Okay, Ashley, you hungry today? Somebody's got it. Let's see who guessed it. Lisa. She is winning $5 off of your invoice. Congratulations, Lisa. She guessed sky blue. Sky blue was the color. So congratulations. Whoop, whoop. You're welcome. All right. I'm going to point back down, everybody. There we go. I'm going to move these down a little bit. There. And we are going to open up our earring wire. And we're going to put those on. Maybe. There we go. To open up the earring wire, I did not explain that one earlier very much. What you do is you open it just like a jump ring. either towards you or away from you. It is the first day of autumn, Lulu. Yep, first day of the fall. And then you take and just put it on, and then you go the opposite way that you just went to close it back up. Here is that first pair that we had in that lineup. And these are a purpley color. Your druzy. It's like a purple and brown mix. Okay. We're going to do up the second pair. Open up that jump or the loop on that earring wire. Close it up. And put it on our display for a second. And we'll do this again. Hey, Paula. Open. Here is our second pair, and this is a pair of the green druzies. So they just bling bling. All right, the third pair here. This is the changing that not really a chameleon, but a two color. It's blue one way and red another way. So here it is. We're gonna put that on. See, it's blue. But you guys can see when I was putting that on there where you're going to get hints of red. But if it's laying flat, you're going to see the red. So there it is. This is that second pair. You can see that red coming through a little bit. See there, now look at them. They're really red there. But then they're blue. Red, blue. I just love those. Now we're going to do our last pair here. This is why I have a little earring stand when I'm making earrings, is because I can put it on there and I can know right away that I got it the right way. I know that sounds really odd to say, but sometimes if you set them down, they can flip and you think it's right, and then you go to put them on the earring card for the display and it's backwards. So there is our last pair. I'm gonna bring the camera up so you guys can see the pattern and what I was talking about by getting the pattern in there. So there you can see the patterns. They're like a floral type pattern. Woohoo, we got 30K in a half an hour. You guys are awesome. All right, we're going to do our 30K giveaway here. I love these. To me, these are very chic just because of their pattern in there. They are, aren't they, Ashley? I'm like, wow. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you guys. 2-word color again. I'm sorry. I forgot to say that. 2-word color. The reason why I'm not doing bead soup is because some of our stuff for tomorrow night is already in the bead soup. So let's see. Somebody got it. It is Meg. Congratulations, Meg. You are the winner. You're getting $5 off of your invoice. So if right now, if you guys don't have an open invoice, they will be there and I'll put it on your next one, just to let y'all know. You're welcome. But I want to tell you a little bit, and then I'm going to show you guys all the earrings that we made tonight. We have tomorrow night will be a bead sale. We have 25 items. We have 1 resin and 1 acrylic, I believe is what it is. We have 1 one natural that will be both a strand and a bag. We have some larger glass beads where they will be in a bag and a strand, and some of them that are smaller that are just the strand. We have anywhere from 3 millimeters all the way up to 10 millimeters in glass. We have 2 different types of stainless steel chain. There isn't a lot of either one. I only have 15 bags of each, but we're going to bring that tomorrow night. We have 3 different pendants. One is a sister pendant, and then one is, oh, I forgot to do that. It was Harvest Yellow if I didn't say what it was. Whoops, hold on. I'm going to exit the game again. And the other one, there's a sister one. There's 2 more, and I can't think of what they are right off the top of my head. But we've got those. So we've got some different things for tomorrow night. We have a porcelain bead also. It'll be a package of 5 beads for that porcelain one. And so I think it'll be a cool night for tomorrow night. So come and join us at 8 o'clock for that. But 2 o'clock tomorrow, we will have our basket sale. And we have some really cool items that we didn't get to yet from last week. So we have at least this week 1 more basket sale. So that's what we got tomorrow. 2 o'clock for basket sale, 8 o'clock for the bead sale. But I'm going to show you all really quick since we're up. Here was the last pair of earrings. Whoops, let's get that to focus there. There we go. It wasn't focusing very well on TikTok, or YouTube, I mean. This was the first pair we made. They're the black drusies. So when you look at these, and we're trying to, like, our whole premise around this was making chic looking drop earrings. And so you can use resin to do this. You're looking at, when you look at the cost of each item to create these earrings, it's probably less than $1 to create these earrings. But when you look at them, they are just, to me, stunning. This is the brown and purple. I love those. The black is your favorite. The black will go with everything. This was our color. I liked how you guys said the color shift. And that's really what it is. It's a shift in the color from there. We get it in the red. And let me see if I can get it to the blue. When you guys are up, it's kind of harder to get it. But you get the blue. There we go. So there's that one. And you can do these for the different seasons even. You don't have to just think about fall and winter for these. You can do them for the summer even. And so like this green one would be more summery, but it's still just a really chic looking earring. So that's what I wanted to show you all, is how to make something. Tonight we did in less than a half an hour, because we did 3 giveaways. We did our intro and everything. We made 5 pairs of earrings very quickly. And they are so pretty. That's the thing is it's a very, to me, a very inexpensive thing that you can make. If you're someone that doesn't sell the jewelry, just think about it from this aspect. If you would gift them to someone, they're $1 a pair. And you can come up with creative ways to gift them when you wrap them up. I literally did for mine earrings, is that I put them on a piece of cardstock with a little hole in them and just put them on that. And you can find those cellophane closing bags and put them in there. And they look professional, but it's something that you did that you can gift them. You could put them on ribbon, like when you're creating something, and put them on a ribbon. You can come up with creative ways to gift these and such. So they can make a very inexpensive gift, because we're getting into that gift giving season. And they also are very inexpensive if you do create or do the sales, the in-person sales, or even online sales. It is something that you can do. These are even great for, you could do them as giveaways because they're not that expensive to make. But if someone were to get these as a freebie in your order, if you were one of those that do freebies, just think about what they're going to think. And they'll be like, I'm coming back. I want another one. So I want you guys to think outside the box of how you can use these and make them really cool. You can also I know we're not talking about the ear, we're looking at the earrings, but you can take these cabochons and make drops for ear or for your necklaces. So when you're looking at right now, we've always talked about, and we had this earlier in the summer where I was trying to get you guys to think about, like in the July timeframe, we were talking about the layered necklaces. And there is one that is called Cab Chic, layered, I think it is, or it's Cab Chic necklace. But we're just taking the cabochon in one of those settings, putting it on the chain, a dainty chain, and a very simple, inexpensive necklace that if you do the different links, you can stack them. They don't all have to be cabochons. You can have some chains in there. You could do the cabochon, and you could do a charm or something, or a connector, and make a layered look to it. So when you're thinking about the cabochons, they have a lot of use that I didn't realize. And I think that's why I'm talking about it so much, is that until recently, probably in the last like 3 years, I didn't use cabochons before then. I did not. And I wish I would have done them earlier. 40K! I have to think of another color. You guys. Oh, another color. Let's see. All right, there we go, you guys. Get another color. And I was also going to say, cabochons, when we're going to do them, we're not just going to do the circle cabochons. We will have teardrops. We will have squares. We will have ovals, just to let you know. Some people do use the cabochons to do resin in them, the cabochon settings. So you don't even have to think about it from that aspect. I am not a resin person. I don't have the experience with resin. There are others on here that will do resin tutorials. I'm just not the person to do it. Holy buckets, you've been canning a lot, Miss Mia. Okay, I thought that you guys would get this one really fast because it is a basic color. It's a basic color is what I did. I will tell you. Oh, there's someone got it. Sue, you will have $5 off of your invoice. And then someone else got it after her. Mia got it after her. So Sue, you're $5 off. Congratulations. I did yellow. I thought I'd do easy. And everybody guessed every primary color, every secondary color. Yeah, I was like, just basic yellow. All right. You're very, very welcome, Sue. I am going to hop off a little early tonight. I do need to go ice the back again. So, oh, it's one of Mia's favorite colors. So that is what we will be doing on Saturday, is doing the cabochon sale. So it's not going to be probably a short one. That one's going to probably be a longer sale, just to let you guys know. We are going to be able to start at 10 a.m. on Saturday because Buttercup does not have volleyball this Saturday. So we'll start at 10 a.m. this Saturday for the cabochon sale. And we'll probably go, I would say probably at least 4 hours. I don't know. We'll see. All right, everybody. I'm going to hop off. I will be back at 2 o'clock tomorrow with our basket sale. So we'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye.